coffee mug ready. Good morning. I don't know if you can see me just yet. I know YouTube notifications can be a bit delayed, so I wanted to play some music for the first couple of minutes to give everyone a chance to get here, get checked in, let me know that you're here, and we will start at 6 o'clock. Good morning. My name is Teresa Thomas. It is 6 o'clock on, Wednesday morning, February 3rd. This is my third live stream for Morning Motivations, a time where we can get together to start our day with prayer and productivity. The idea is taken from writing sprints or the Pomodoro study or work practice. We will do 4 different sort of chunks of time to do productivity. The first one will be about 15-20 minutes and then give us a little extra time to talk. And then at 6:30, we'll start 3 that are all 25 minutes long, giving us 5 minutes to talk right before the half hour or hour break. So that is the plan. This morning I am drinking some blackberry apple cider tea in my Best Mama Ever mug, which I bought for myself because why not? I actually do have a lot of mugs that my family have bought for me, but I bought this one like right before they started to realize how much I liked mugs, so I figured if I wanted it, I should buy it for myself, so I did. There's that. I have my Kindle, trusty, lovely Kindle, which has my story loaded on it, so I can read that, which I will start doing at 6:30. And I have my beautiful new study Bible. I got this in September or October when I was doing a Bible study with some ladies from my church about the importance of really digging into the Word, not just like reading it at a glance or having a daily habit of reading, but like really digging. So I'm using this in a different way than I've used my other Bibles in the past. I've got like specific highlighter colors I'm going to be using, and I am putting Post-it notes in the margin. If you can see it, Post-it notes all over it when I have questions or thoughts about what I'm reading. Kind of keep track of that, and then I'm going to read through a book once, try to get an overall snapshot of the book, and then go back in and dig in a little deeper, looking at my Post-it notes and adding to them as I go. So that'll be interesting. Let's see here, what else? Okay, say this morning, I'm still having a hard time going to bed before 11. I really, really wanted to last night too, because I was so tired all day yesterday, but didn't happen. So I'm still very tired. I need to get better at that. Hopefully, as I get used to it this week, next week it'll be easier to go to bed around 10. The problem is, I have kids who barely go to bed by 10. My oldest, who is almost 14, is barely asleep by 11:30, and then he can go to his room at 10:30. He doesn't actually get to his room till 11. It's a battle every night. So right then is when I need to be sleeping already, and I don't get to because I'm part of the battle. Like, go to bed, go to bed. It's exhausting, but hopefully I can get into the groove and start doing that, because sleep is important too, just like being here is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open with a brief prayer. I don't see anyone active in the chat yet, but I'm confident that someone will join me. I have to post this on Twitter too, but okay. Father God, I just thank you for this morning. And thank you for having an easier time getting my stream started today. I thank you that the computer loaded in the right time it was supposed to. Everything seems to be going smoothly on my end. Hopefully there aren't too many delays or streaming slow things on the viewers, and I just pray that this time will be a blessing to others. Pray that you will use this time to speak to me and to my heart, teach me something new about you, show me something new in your word that I haven't seen before. Lord, I pray for those who may not be here yet, but might join me or watch me later. I just pray that you would bless them special this morning with this time as well, that they will be able to start making a commitment to themselves or for something that you have for them to be doing. Just pray that you would use this time to be a blessing in their lives. Help me hold them accountable and encourage them, as just knowing somebody could show up here does the same for me. Thank you so much, Lord, for this day, for all of your blessings, for giving us strength in a season, a very, very long season with so many different types of trials for all of us to be walking through at the same time. Very special for a couple of friends I know who've lost loved ones in the last week. Just give them a moment of peace and rest today, Lord. Love you and praise you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, and with that, I'm going to start the music up again, and we are going to go until 6:20, and then I will check in to see if, good morning, Kristen. I've got to get used to showing comments when I talk to people. There, good morning, Kristen. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me this morning. I don't know if you know what you're going to be working on. We're going to do a 15-ish minute sprint. I was going to come back about 6:20, but we'll go ahead and do like 6:22. So that, there she says, amen. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start the music up again, and I will be back in the chat around 6:22. And I would love to know what you're working on this morning if you want to share. Good morning. This is Teresa Thomas, and I am live over on my YouTube channel. I should show you. Let's see here. Can you see me? I gotta peek behind the curtain too. I am live over here on my YouTube channel doing some productivity sprints, writing sprints this morning. So if you are up and you want to get something done between now and 8 a.m., hop on over and join me. The link to my actual channel is in my bio, and you should pretty easily be able to find the current live stream. Oh boy, trying to learn how to do Instagram stories and live streaming and YouTube, all the fun stuff. So I hope you'll come join me on this journey. Okay, so how do I stop? Oh. Good morning. This is Teresa Thomas, and I am live over on my YouTube channel. Got peek behind the curtain too. I am live over here on my YouTube channel doing some productivity sprints, writing sprints this morning. So if you are up and you want to get something done between now and 8 a.m., hop on over and join me. The link to my actual channel is in my bio, and you should pretty easily be able to find the current live stream. Good morning. This is Teresa Thomas, and I am live over on my YouTube channel. Good morning. This is Teresa Thomas, and I am live over on my YouTube channel. Got peek behind the curtain too. I am live over here on my YouTube channel doing. Oh, I never muted myself, so you probably heard me talking while I was making my YouTube or Instagram thing, which I totally failed because I don't know what I'm doing. So let me just pause this music. All right, checking back in. Kristen says, I discovered your channel this morning through Devin's playlist. Excited to have found a faith-based morning sprints. Amen. That's why I'm here. I have a couple of others who I follow. The Christian Indie Writers podcast, they do morning sprints from 8 to 10 a.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays. But I really needed something that would be consistent every day so that I could focus on turning this writing thing into more of a business mindset, more of a commitment. And so that's why I'm here. I wanted to figured if I needed it, maybe someone else does. So if that's you, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you'll join us again. And you also said, I'm working on an essay for grad school. I'll also be Bible journaling. Awesome. What are you going to grad school for? I wonder. And also, can you let me know if you were able to hear the music during that time? I think I had it worked out, so you should have been able to. But just let me know for sure so I know. And I'm going to get a little more comfortable here because I was sitting on my blankets and it was hurting my booty. So I should have been spending that time reading, but I was trying to share this over on Twitter and Instagram, and I don't know how to use Instagram stories. Totally failed. But I'll learn. I have to find some videos. I'm getting a master's in elementary education, and I was able to hear the music. Excellent. That's great. I'm so glad that you're here with me. Yeah, Instagram. I've never really used stories. I made my first story the other day, and I can't remember what I did. I think I just took a picture because I couldn't figure out how to do, the little clippy video things. And so then today I thought I was doing a little clippy video thing, but I guess I was doing a live video, but then it was only 45 seconds long. So then I couldn't figure out how to do anything with it. I don't know what happened. So sorry, I forgot to mute myself. That was probably very distracting while you were working. Also, you might have heard my heater going off. My heater's right next to me. I'm in this little corner of my basement, and it can be kind of loud. So I'm sorry about that too. I'll make sure I mute myself this time. Instagram is done. My phone just started talking to me, repeating my video that I posted. You're fine. I enjoyed the company. Well, good. I'm glad you're understanding. So, my tea is probably cool enough to drink now. Let's see. There's an elementary education. Wow. I sometimes wish I had learned more about like early childhood development or education so I would know how to like communicate with my kids more effectively. I have my oldest, I think he has a teacher's mindset. He can kind of come into a situation and diffuse his younger siblings. Sometimes he can wire them up too, but when I'm really struggling to get a child to focus and listen and do what they're supposed to do, especially early on with this distance learning from home Zoom stuff for them, he would just like come in and talk my youngest down and get her to stop crying and screaming and just do what she needed to do. And I will just watch him in total awe. I'm like, this is helpful, but also she needs to listen to me. So, but sometimes I wish I'd spent a little more time on early education. I did take one, but it was so long ago. By the time I actually had kids, I didn't really remember any of the childhood development stuff I had learned. I was one of those who wasn't sure what I was going to do until my junior year. So I did a lot of different stuff, but didn't really learn any of it until I knew what I wanted to do. No kids here. I think my nieces have a love-hate relationship with me becoming a teacher. I could see that. Yeah. Are you close to your nieces? Do you get to see them a lot? My sisters both live kind of far away, so they don't. I'm glad he's able to help. Distance learning has been so hard for so many. It's awful. Our district didn't go back this year. They just stuck with distance learning. I think they thought the district was too large to accommodate any of our governor's rules. We're in Michigan, so I don't think they could figure out how to do it, even if they did. We've got a lot of friends doing sort of like a hybrid idea where they're in school 2 days a week and they Zoom or they do recorded lessons 2 days a week. My kids just Zoom every day. Mostly their Zooms are in the morning, but then they've got specials and electives in the afternoon. And we're in a groove now, but it has been such a learning process and exhausting. So I'm curious if you get to see your nieces a lot. My sisters both live pretty far away, so my kids don't get to see them very often, which is sad. I don't see them very often, which is sad. Most live in my town. I have some in Oregon I haven't gotten to meet yet. Oh, I imagine that means they're babies, little ones. Okay, we are going to start again right now, and I'm going to go ahead and hit play. I'm going to mute myself, and then we will talk again at 6:55. I'm in Arizona. We aren't doing well here at all. I haven't been able to do any in-person observation hours for my program. Oh, yeah, that's got to be so hard, the way it's affecting like general learning processes and students as well as those who are kids, like the teachers who are trying to learn to be teachers. I can't even imagine the whole thing. Definitely makes you wonder if you need to go into some technology based program so that you can handle all of this online learning stuff. 2 in Phoenix are 11. One turns 2 Friday. One is 3. She lives here too. 2 in Phoenix are 11. One turns 12 Friday. One is 3, and I babysit her quite a bit. Aww. At young age, my youngest is now 7. So while I love the little bitty stage, I'm also glad we're coming out of it so that I can be more productive and can get up at 6 a.m. for this kind of thing. Because before, she was in bed with me all the time, and I would up half the night trying to get her back in her own bed. It's exhausting. It's hard to function when you're doing that. So this would not have been possible back then, but it is now. So I'm here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. We will talk again at 6:55. Okay, that's it for that one. I want to say welcome and good morning to Elizabeth. She was with me yesterday and she's back today. I'm excited to see you again, Elizabeth. I also wanted to go up here. I missed this when we were chatting earlier, Kristen. It's only a little after 4 here. I like working at night and early mornings, however. And then she said, it's just something more peaceful about it. I completely agree. In fact, I just had a conversation the other day with my college roommate who is a photographer. So I had reached out to her to ask if she'd help me out with taking some business pictures so that I can have a picture to put on the back of the cover of the book I'm releasing in 2021, claiming it, going to do it. And I wasn't sure if she'd be interested in doing that because she mostly does wedding and new baby photography, not really like branding or business photography. She was like, of course I want to do this with you and for you. I did put in the commitment by dealing with you getting up at 5 a.m. to write every day in college, right? And it reminded me that I've done this before. In college, I would really struggle with trying to write term papers or whatever I was working on. I wrote stories in college too once I figured out my major. And so I would go to bed and wake up early so that I would have like a fresh start, and my roommate would be sleeping like right in front of my computer, and I would be over here trying really quietly type away and not disturb her. So I definitely understand it is more peaceful, and I'm glad I can do it again, although 5 a.m. consistently is hard for me. So that's why I chose 6 to 8 for this. Okay, so Kristen says that she's about 3/4 of the way done with her essay. Yes, if you can stick around for a little bit longer, I bet you'll finish it up if you're staying until 6 your time, 8 my time. And Elizabeth got 561 words for that. Great start, Elizabeth. I'm so excited. This is awesome. And then you guys are saying hello to each other. I like this little feature where I can share your chats. I just have to get used to using it. So I did not actually open my Bible to do my reading that around done with my social media postings. So I did get in the Word, but I did it on my phone. I used the YouVersion Bible app with some of my friends, and we go through studies together. But the study that we were doing this morning took me to one of my favorite Psalms. So I thought that I would read just a little bit of it for you guys since it was reminded to me this morning. I thought I would share just a quick snippet. Elizabeth says, it's great getting up early and knocking out work before others get up. It really is so nice. Hard to do, hard to commit to when it means going to bed at night. But, Kristen, you love YouVersion too. Okay, so this is the verse that I wanted to share with you. Psalm 139, starting in 13. For it was you who created my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I will praise you because I have been remarkably and wondrously made. Your works are wondrous, and I know this very well. My bones were not hidden from you when I was made in secret. When I was formed in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw me when I was formless. All my days were written in your book and planned before a single one of them began. God, how precious your thoughts are to me, how vast their sum is. If I counted them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I wake up, I am still with you. So I just wanted to share that with you guys this morning. And in 1 minute here, we're going to get started again. I have started reading the first scene, chapter 8, scene 2 of my book this morning. I got a little bit of the way into it. It made me chuckle. Maybe I can share that little line with you too. This line made me chuckle. My main character has just discovered that she is a mermaid. She's just transitioned into being a mermaid. And the sort of mentor who is with her when this happens says, "How are you doing? Does the tail fit? Any sharp pains or lingering toes we need to see to?" And it made me smile, it made me chuckle. I love that. So, and I've got this whole little form I made for myself that asks some questions like, who are the characters? What's the summary, purpose, first impression, emotional response? Did I respond emotionally at all? So I can put down that I laughed out loud because that one made me laugh out loud. So let's see. Lovely passage. Okay. We're going to go ahead and start this music again. I am going to mute and we will talk again at 7:25. Happy working, ladies. Okay, I set my timer wrong there. It looks like I'm a minute late. Sorry, ladies. How'd you do that time? Making progress? I am just about finished with the end of chapter 8. Just a couple paragraphs left. Oh. It's weird. I can come down here first thing in the mornings. I get down here about 5:40, and I'm not cold. Like when I first get here, I'm okay. And then as I sit down here for a while, I get it gets colder while I'm down here, even though the heat starts kicking on while I'm down here. It's really strange. And then yesterday I had a meeting, and I was down here from like 11 to 12:30, and I was freezing during that meeting. I was like like my hands were shaking, and I was like so cold through the whole thing. I'm like, why is it colder now than at 6 a.m.? Weird. Elizabeth answered an email and wrote 425 words on her project. Amazing. Kristen read Genesis 45, 4 through 11, and worked on my essay some more. I believe I know how I want to end it. Excellent. Good job, ladies. One last productivity sprint here with me this morning, and then I don't know if either of you are interested, but the Christian Indie Writers podcast does a live stream writing sprints from 8 to 10. So I will actually be having over there in between around 8:30. I have to wake my kids up, so I don't get quite as much done during that time. But then I try to switch into creative mode, and I actually try to do some writing sprints just to keep those writing chops working, even though I'm not creating any particular new story right now, since I'm in the rereading and editing phase of the book I'm writing. I still think it's helpful to kind of keep generating new ideas and putting words together. So I do that for 3 or 4 of their sprint times. And they do the same 25-minute, 5-minute chat, play music that I do. So okay, great. Are you able to make a comment or link their channel? I have them linked on my YouTube channel page. There should be a little section that you'll see that says channels I love, and you can click on them there. It's the Christian Indie Writers podcast. They've got a lot of red in their logo. And then I don't think I can share a link in here. I will try it in a minute when we do our next productivity stream. I'll try. And then you also asked, what do I like to write? I write everything under the Christian fiction umbrella. Anything that I write would be under the Christian fiction umbrella, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But right now I'm working on a YA with hints of fantasy because my character turns into a mermaid. But it's kind of an over the rainbow story, sort of like Wizard of Oz-esque in that sense. Which is funny because I always hated the Wizard of Oz growing up. Like I watched it one time in college and I was like, oh, now I understand it. And I see like the brilliance in the story, but I can't bring myself to like watch it to analyze it again for that purpose because my hate of it is just so embedded in me. I think that it was shared with me when I was way too little for it and it scared me way too much. So that's what I'm working on right now. I also have a series that I started several years ago in 2017 that is more speculative fiction. It's also YA, but it's more speculative fiction. So kind of like that borderline between dystopian and maybe paranormal, deals with some themes of like almost apocalyptic kind of idea. And then I really love just romance too. So I could see myself also writing like contemporary romance or like adult romance stories that not like adult like bad, but like adult like grown up um, stories. And then Kristen says, okay, cool. I've worked as a freelance book editor, still do, just no work. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Wow, that's cool. That has been part of my struggle, my lifelong struggle with embracing this journey is that I'm very creative, but my grammar, like I can be told a rule, a grammatical rule over and over and over again and still just struggle to grasp it. There are certain things that I struggle with where they're supposed to go or how it's supposed to work exactly. Some of it I have like just a pretty basic feel for because I read so much it does sort of start to stick. But some little things just don't compute. So I get worried about sharing my work with people because I worry about um, that aspect of it. And my dad is an English professor at a school here in Michigan. And so that kind of has added to my paranoia as well. But I'm pushing past it. I'm going to figure it out. But thanks for that information, Kristen. I will probably definitely be talking to you once I get to that point. It's awesome. So, okay, I'm a few minutes past when we were supposed to start talking again. But that's okay. Or working, I mean. I have a bachelor's in English literature and a master's in English, and I still need to look stuff up. Some of the rules look so random. Yes, they really do. But I think some of it, it's not specifically grammar related for me either. My parents always used to yell at me when I would set the table. I never make my kids set the table. Like, we just grab forks, grab spoons, like, whatever. But when we sat down to eat dinner at home, we always had to set the table first. And I could never get what side of the plate the fork and the spoon and the knife were supposed to go on. Like, the spoon and the knife, I knew the spoon guarded the knife, which didn't make any sense, but I couldn't ever figure out which side. And I would sit there and think on it so hard that I would second guess myself and always did it wrong because the way I did it, when I did it right, it looked wrong. And I think I do that with writing too, like with grammar and stuff. So, okay, I'm really enjoying our chat, but I do want to get one more productivity stream in for myself and for you guys so you can get your stuff done. So I'm going to go ahead and restart the music. I'm going to mute myself and we will talk again at 7:55. Okay, sorry, I forgot to set a timer and I got so into that reading that I completely lost track of time. It is now 7:59 and we are done. So I'm curious, before I hop off here and jump over to the Christian Indie Writers podcast stream, I'm curious what you guys got done. I haven't seen any comments from Elizabeth for a while, so I was wondering if she's still with us and if she got anything done. Let's see. Kristen says, nothing is better than closing out a bunch of tabs after doing an assignment. Yes, that is so true. Or doing anything that's really like blowing up your computer screen when you can finally close all of those little things down. That is an amazing feeling. I'm so glad you got to have it, that you were here with me. Elizabeth says, thanks so much for the sprints. I got more emails and social media done during the last one. Hope you have a great day. You too. I hope you have an amazing day as well. Kristen submitted her assignment. Yes, that's awesome. So happy for you guys and so grateful that you guys were here with me this morning. I will be continuing to pray for you each today as the day goes on. Thank you so much for joining me. If you need to be productive another day, I will be back tomorrow from 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow and Friday, and then again next week. So anytime you want to hop on and join me, I'd love to have you. Thank you. Bye.